What is up, everybody? I just literally uploaded the video, so let's get her going. We're taking that. Anything in the hospital I should be taking? Ooh, note. Do whatever it takes to bring back the envoy. I know you used to be an animancer, and if you still have any of your old equipment, well, some of us are willing to look the other way if the envoy dies. Oh, if the envoy dies, I cannot guarantee your safety. I bet you that's from the freaking dude. That's probably from the ambassador who's like.
I had a dream about you.
Really?
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside. You weren't alone either. There were others. Some of them loved you, others were afraid of you, but they all followed you. Also, there was a tree that wasn't a tree. Oh, it made sense at the time. I can't remember anymore. It's a pity dreams aren't made to last. Liviana didn't think you'd make it, but she never gave up on you. Stay safe. You don't want to end up back here again.
Dude.
I'll pull through. Liviana's
That's
taking good care
crack.
of me.
Random unnamed
If you need
NPC.
something for the pain, there's an apothecary by the bathhouse.
He still has more.
Got in a fight with the Adherent guards. I started it. They finished it. Stay safe.
Okay.
You don't want to end up back here.
Yeah, that guy had so much to say. Foraging notes. I've compared our local herbs to the same ones imported from Adir, and my findings are accurate. Then everything that grows in the living lands is more potent. Everything. Cures as well as poisons. Ironic. Of course, all the best ingredients grow in the deadliest parts of the jungle, so maybe I should harvest a few seeds and pay someone to grow them in the republics, just to see what happens. Or maybe I shouldn't contaminate the mainland until I understand what I'm dealing with. You know, that's probably smart. You better to not import invasive species. Hello,
Any
Liviana.
injuries I should know about? No?
No, I just, so you used to be an animancer.
That was a long time ago. I gave it up when I lost a couple of good friends in a lab accident. Never had the courage to look back. It's better for everyone if I focus on healing the body instead of the soul.
How's business?
You know how it is. Fighting in the alleys, rumor of a plague, odd creatures skulking out of the wilderness. Someone somewhere always needs to get patched up. And when they need me, here I am.
Show me what you got for sale. Oh, that's pretty good. How long does that last? I don't see a time limit on that. Thankfully, I don't need potions right now. Hey. Okay. This looks pretty dingy. What part of town are we in? We're in the middle. So we can go to the wall, and I guess we should go to the ambassador first because he's right here.
Envoy, could I speak with you for a moment?
Sure, you gonna shoot me with an arrow?
So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right?
And the one that died. You clearly want something from me. What is it?
I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Adirans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand?
I could try, I guess.
Galarde. Lofled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of Adirans. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an Adiran in the city. Now they're everywhere.
Let her continue.
Anyway, with all these Adirans coming in, Lofled and Gladwine started spotting old faces.
Okay.
And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adherents in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink.
Okay, not sure why you think I can help with that.
Ah, but you can. There are herbs in the wilds around Paradis that can restore Gladwine's sight. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Adiran envoy, for the hero who braved the strangle root, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agressima.
So you want me, the esteemed royal emissary from the Emperor, to go look for some plants in the woods for your friends? You couldn't find, like, I don't know, some adventurer or somebody that's like, yeah, I can go kill things for some money, and be like, hey, here's some money, go get them. Instead, you're gonna ask me? I mean, sure, I'll do it, but that's just because I'm the main
Many thanks,
character.
envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork.
Why hasn't he?
I don't know. That's the problem. Mako and I had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes.
Okay, fine.
Thank
I'll
you,
talk to him.
envoy. God bless you.
Someone busted me. I died and came back. You know, I don't know what happened to anybody. Okay, so there's another quest that's below us. Is that the ambassador? No. Okay, I'm glad this giant building is not the embassy. Oh, it's just another slightly smaller building, but still pretty much as big. Okay. I don't like this is like an execution place. Okay, that's the way in. There's a hostile. There's multiple hostiles. There's so much to read.
But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you?
Oh, what up, Garrick? Hold on, there's some enemies inside this.
Wouldn't want their
What's going on here?
sober.
There's people in danger, probably. Gotta go. My spidey senses.
Guess adherent discipline doesn't apply to pest control.
You kidding me? It's just some spiders, man. I thought I was about to run into somebody in danger. He said it's some stupid spiders. I ran through everything. I ignored everything that was going on because I thought there was some people in need.
But who's counting?
Or maybe that guy was in need, but he's already dead. I can't even save him. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. Oh, great. I don't know how to get back. Oh, wow. Okay. There's just a whole segment of the city that's just overrun by spiders. Fantastic. That's a problem for later. We need to go talk to everybody. Sorry, guys. I saw we were in a city, okay? And I saw there were people moving around behind the building. And I was like, oh, I wonder if people are in danger. We could go stop like a robbery or something and then get some like talking. No. Hello. Oh, freak.
Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder.
I don't know why, but my game keeps sometimes not even alt-tabbing. It just like stops giving me audio unless I click back in. That was my bad. I'm not doing anything on my other monitor. My other monitor is literally turned off. Dude, why are you not at a healer? What happened?
My brother Cadman and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, envoy.
Say no more. I will go after them.
Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind.
We've been there
We
before.
posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass.
Okay. Anything else I should know?
We went there to talk to a man the locals call the Oracle. He's a godlike of Aethys, if you can believe it.
Okay.
The Oracle is said to possess a holy relic that belonged to Aethys, a part of the god's Titan body.
Okay.
This Oracle, I don't know if he's dangerous, but he's supposed to carry a sword full of diamonds. I'll probably never get to see it now.
Okay, very well reported. I'll see that your people are, yeah, who are these pilgrims, actually?
Well, I gather they were folks who worshipped Aethys. And they'd come to this temple from all over the living lands to pray, or be healed, or to ask forgiveness. But Aethys isn't too popular these days, so...
So, Most people don't go there anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, very well reported. I'll see your people return safely.
Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
Yeah, now go get some healing, brother. Okay. Let's go back to what we were supposed to be doing. What up, Garrick?
You've got some god looking out for you.
Indeed. It's time to do some reading, everybody. Long has the renowned Cartographers Guild served the Emperors and Queen of Adir. It is we who are responsible for the creation and distribution of the many maps throughout the Empire. Whether to direct travelers throughout the expanse that is Adir, guide ship captains on their voyages throughout Aora, or simply adorn the walls of an aristocrat's home, one can rest assured that the Cartographers Guild is behind the creation of every one of these works of art. For over 2 centuries since the noble Expedition Corps discovered the Eastern Reach, have we worked, labored to keep all the Empire and her colonies supplied with accurate, high-quality maps. God's willing, we will continue to do so for centuries yet to come. In approximately 2200 AI, a group of tribes called the People of the Deer unified under a new civilization called the Adir Kingdom. These tribes, small and widespread over the land, knew it would be better for their continued existence to unify. The leaders of each of these tribes became advisors to the king, chosen by the group. Each advisor would still be the lord over his people, but each lord would answer to the Fair Konuning, the first king. This decision was exactly what was needed, and the Adirian kingdom thrived, spreading across the land and establishing strong trade routes. The Adirians became known as a fair but shrewd businessmen. While the country thrived and internally there was a little strife, there was still the occasional skirmishes with the neighboring elven kingdoms of Kukulin. Not long after the kingdom was formed, the Adirian people began studying animancy. Still largely unknown at the time, animancy was exciting, terrifying new realm in which Adirian scholars saw great potential. The potential came to bear fruit in 2260 AI, when a group of animancers working together transferred the soul of a recently departed man into another body, creating the first of what would be later known as undead. The reaction to this discovery was swift and decisive. Both the King of Adir and the Church of Vortica condemned this event, and the study of the practice of animancy was outlawed. It would never again be practiced openly on Adirian soil. Conflicts with Kukulin continued, escalating into a minor war in 2398 AI. Afterwards, a treaty was signed and the Kingdom of Adir merged with Kukulin to form the Adir Empire. With the political and military strife now settled, the Adir Empire would become an economic powerhouse, able to acquire and generate resources that were difficult to obtain in other parts of the world. The Empire's trade routes became some of the most lucrative in the world. Okay, that was a lot of reading, guys. Guys, okay, this is a reading episode. Hope you all locked in. Let me get comfy. Adir is a country rich with custom, and they are known for their strict adherence to them. Their custom runs from the gamut from grand celebrations like the Feast of Feasts to mundane superstitions such as to avoid the Svef addiction. This volume will focus primarily on bigger celebrations, as no one knows how to throw an extravagant party quite like an Adiran. The Feast of Feast. The biggest and most important of all the customs is the Feast of Feast. This week-long celebration happens the first week of the Fanetsu, deep summer, and is dedicated to honoring the life of the first Fairkon. Each day of the week is devoted to some aspect of his life, and there are very specific dishes to be served at each meal. The feast occasionally began as a festival celebrating the birth of the first king's first son, and soon became a yearly occurrence during the week of his birthday. Currently, Adirans simply use it as an excuse to party and pull out all the stops for their effort to outdo the previous year. Unless you wonder, as I did, which king is considered during the Feast of Feasts, it is always the current king. For each king is the first and only king. Sweet treat. A special custom that arose at some point during the feast. Sweet treat starts as a way to keep children occupied so the parents could dine in peace. While it is still used for today, significance has been added to it. Each treat is placed in a container, usually small metal boxes, and hidden somewhere on the property. After everything has been hidden, the children are sent out to find the treasures. It is now said that those hidden treats represents Glenfather relics and the children are the explorers bringing the riches back to their new and rightful owners. The Carnival of the Mask. When the original colonists for Adir traveled to the new land to find a deerwood, they found a deerwood in the name of the Adiran king, they encountered the Glenfather people. The Carnival of Mask celebrates this meeting. Occasionally, it was merely a formal reenactment as a play of the tension between the Glenfathers and Adiran settlers, but it has since evolved into much more than that. Participants choose sides and come dressed up in elaborate outfits, depicting which group they have decided to align themselves with, Adiran or Glenfather. Everyone attends in a masquerade ball, and this party replaces any semblance of that play that was presented. Last but not least, Winter's End was never anything more than an excuse for a celebration, and it hasn't changed in all the years it has existed in Adir. It takes place during the winter dusk and lasts 3 days. People use this time to reflect on the year, celebrate their new lives, and remember the dead, especially those who have passed in the recent years. Contrary letter. Ambassador Islegard, I have maintained order in Paradis for many years. I know this city. When there is a good leader and fair policy, there is peace. But you have allowed the Steer Garrote to terrorize my people, to sow distrust and fear. I suggest you tighten your Inquisitor's leash, or the embassy might not carry your banners for long. Clever government. Somebody's diary on the middle of the table. Dear diary, here I am in the living lands. This island might not be the safest vacation spot, but it's certainly the most colorful. Also the most flavorful, according to these mushrooms, and mushrooms seldom lie. Before I forget, I promised Bakarna I'd bring back a souvenir. The rumors of a fallen star and the emerald stare could be a nice addition to our collection. This message is scribbled on the inside cover. If found, please return to Taryn the Archmage, author of Taryn's Chaotic Orb. I can't even pick it up. We found this book on a public bench. After careful study, our scribe confirmed the handwriting matches the signature found on the scrolls of Taryn's Chaotic Orb. Be advised that Taryn is in the living lands. As a member of the Circle of Archmage, he is licensed to go where he pleases. We will observe him for a distance, but no one is to engage him. He's either a harmless fool or one of the most dangerous people alive, and we simply can't take that chance. Excuse me, sir. Oh, heavens. In 2602 AI, Adiran explorers returned from over the ocean telling tales of the ruins and treasures, and there's expansive fields that were perfect for growing vorals. Vorlus? The explorers warned the king that the locals were not friendly to outsiders, but the king, seeing this as an opportunity to extend his empire and secure trade over another continent, sent more explorers. After the next 20 years, in the area that would become the Deerwood was investigated, mapped, and colonized. In 2623, the first permanent Adiran colonial settlements were established. Vorless fields were the first to be set up north of a forest in the Deerwood. But the conflicts with the Glenfathers and the War of the Broken the Broken Stone, it floundered. It wasn't until 2643 that the opportunity presented itself again. Some Aothians pilgrims wanted to escape persecutions, establish colonies and Vorless farming operations in the territory of Red Saras. With Grand Valia on the verge of collapse, the king wanted to ensure his hold on the purple dye trade would be established. He encouraged the settlement and even paid to have more pilgrims set up in the New World. Because the king was still trying to secure his name in the purple dye trade, he was unable to properly respond to the Admeth Hardret when he issued the ultimatum. To avoid a rebellion, and leave himself time to oversee the Vorless farms in Red Saras. The king relented and made Admeth a Gref Palatine in return for this concession. Admeth spent time and resources on the Deerwood trade and shipping routes, benefiting the king with increased income. For 7 years, the Deerwood provided Adir with a steady income, leaving the king to ensure that his trade system in Red Saras was strong. With the king's attention elsewhere, Admeth instituted the 10 Years Treaty, ending slavery in the Deerwood and permanently removing one of the revenue sources provided by the Deerwoodian explorers, the artifacts of the ruins scattered throughout the Deerwood. At this point, the king's word meant almost nothing to the citizens of the Deerwood. This person had replaced them as their true leader. In order to undermine his standing, the king founded allies willing to explore those ruins against the treaty's condition and plunder them. Soon, Adir again had a supply of artifacts to sell. When his agents were eventually caught, the king distanced himself from the operation, certain there was no way of linking him to the proceedings. But the man, using means provided to him by his Glenfathan allies, discovered the evidence needed to prove the king was behind the plunders. The conflict that arose from this revolution led to him declaring independence for the Deerwood in 2668 AI after a bloody 4-year-long war that resulted in the death of Admeth, and the king relented. Trying to keep control of the Deerwood was too costly. He signed treaties with the new Duke of Deerwood and returned his attention to Red Saros, redoubling his effort on the trade, which is still running today. Oh, guys, are we done reading? Oh, give me a second. Where's my water? Dude, oh my god. I know some of those voices were probably annoying, but I didn't want to do the same voice and be monotonous, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Yeah, I kind of tore up my throat, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get back to it, guys.
Envoy, is it really you?
Claviger Edmund, I know the blighting of the Stranglewood is a cause for concern, but I must strongly discourage any trade deal that involves buying additional crops from VS Mess Inverno. We cannot endorse the blasphemous trade of animancy, much less welcome it to our dinner tables. It's very apparent you didn't like what was going on, buddy. I'm on to you. Inquisitor, I've been in the Emerald Stair long enough to confirm our worst suspicions. The people of Fiames Inverno care not for the laws of mortals or gods. Animancy and folk magic are peddled in defiance of Vodica. Their crimes are innumerable, their way of life intolerable. All is not lost. Politically, they are unstable, too focused on themselves to notice us. Our eager hands tightening the garrote. We await your order, your friend in the forest. Okay, guys, this one I don't think I have to read. If you want to read it, feel free to pause. I'm gonna give 5 seconds per page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then cha-cha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. You're hiding books from me? Let me read your personal journal real fast. I must admit, it is proving impossible to build diplomatic relations. The local have a natural distrust of outsiders, and we have nothing they want. Inquisitor Ludwin believes that time and pressure will prevail. Would that I shared her confidence. Ludwin, under her gaze I feel scrutinized down to the bone, picked apart like carrion and stared through by a pair of cold, motionless eyes that have glimpsed far too beyond the veil, reducing me to some depraved pilgrim who prays only for her ossified claws to work their way under my skin, liberating me from this pathetic envelope until at last we are bound together as a skeletal pair, limbs intertwined not as two beings but as one. There's no shame to being attracted to power. Nevertheless, I must keep such feelings to myself, lest they be met with revulsion or worse, enthusiasm. What the hell, man? This guy's kinky as hell. What the hell?
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
I feel like you shot me. Disoriented, lightheaded, and my pulses racing.
And yet you rallied your spirits and reported for duty. Your dedication is admirable.
But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Did the Emperor send you with anything for me? Your writ of commission, perhaps?
Give him the Emperor's thing. As His Majesty wills it, let it be done.
Executed faithfully, Envoy. Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
Great. Message delivered. Let's talk about my payment.
Here's something to tide you over. But your work isn't finished just yet. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
Trouble has a way of finding me no matter how consequential I become.
That you are. And not just on account of your noble heritage. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the dream scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
I'll get to the bottom of the stream scourge, Ambassador, whatever it takes.
Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
And you're not.
At least rebels know the meaning of negotiation and compromise. But a plague kills indiscriminately. Though, even I must admit, the rebels have gone too far. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
I don't think they killed me. That was their attempt on the bridge, okay? Okay, they attacked me on the bridge. I feel like, hold on, fan theory, those paladins are crazy enough to be like, we need a better reason to really put the smackdown on these people. And what better reason than them literally killing somebody who got sent here by the Emperor himself to be like, look, these guys are freaking crazy. We need to put them all to the sword. I feel like the paladins shot me. I'm calling it here. And this guy was probably in on it, to be honest.
All the more reason to strike first, or so the thinking goes.
Whatever their reason, we have to retaliate for the good of the Empire. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisian rebels must face justice.
Sounds like she's the one who's really in charge here, buddy.
We both report to higher powers, but hers are less forgiving than mine. Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the living lands like a vengeful spirit.
And you just let her?
She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder.
I'm gonna go stab that woman.
A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
Okay. You've proven yourself capable. What can you do that you can't? You know, no. I'll consider him. Thanks for the recommendation.
I can tell you're skeptical, but remember that you're an outsider here, and a lot of Kith aren't exactly thrilled to see so many adherents in their midst.
I understand, Kai.
A new beast in the tall grass. Predator or mate?
Hey, yo, what the heck?
As you've seen firsthand, you could use some local help, especially if we really are after Paradisans.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another.
Liviana suggested I visit a watcher.
An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Yeah, they're probably one of my companions, to be honest. I mean, just how it happens, you know. And it's probably the hottest of the 6 companions, however many companions I'm going to get. I'm going to be honest with you. I've hired assassins before, but I've never hunted one.
Oh, the people will love it. Nothing pleases them more than watching a noble dirty their hands. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
Yeah.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
I agree. Yeah, okay, so one thing, guys. I don't like the god in my head being like, hey, yo, is this a new friend? Are you trying to fight? Dude, like, what? Excuse me, brother. That's my prerogative, okay? I don't need you in my head going, I wonder if they're hot or not. Like, what the hell? Okay. Won't lie though, that is funny, dude. That's so good. Okay, we leveled up. Let's knock our con up. Yes. Why is my con got +1? Kai's training. Okay, I'm hoping that's permanent. That would rock if it's permanent. We have 1 point. Okay, we have the next of these skill trees. Let on fearsome war that interrupts enemies and empowers you against larger foes. Your attacks become uninterruptible and they're higher stun. Really good. Your crits deal 30% more damage. Increase damage with two-handed melee weapons by 25%. That's really good. Yeah, I think that's the play. You got any point? No, you don't have any point. Okay. So we gotta find the Adiran expedition team. A young couple with a checkered flash wants to flee. Okay, that's helping them. And then this is us looking for the pellet. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Marius in the... Oh, wow, guys. Look at how much I've read. This is crazy. Okay. Let us head to the Grinning Balrog. And look at this town, dude. This town's sick. There's also the quest. Oh, it's a crier. I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was a religious man preaching, and I was like, I'm not too interested. Okay. Oh God, let's not do that. Let's definitely not hop the.
So close, but what's the point? It's useless without that Adra.
Hello.
Oh, you're a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us.
You're being awfully familiar, considering we haven't met.
Of course. Just making small talk. Not trying to offend your Adiran sensibilities. My apologies. I am an alchemist, trying, in the failing, to save lives. May have inhaled a few too many fumes, eh?
Are things so bad you seek to poison yourself on purpose? I assume this is why you're asking for my help.
Very kind of you to ask. Very kind. You're the first to offer to help me in, well, ever. Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and a dreamer at your service. My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and the fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas.
Okay. How concerned are you about the scourge? We fought a strange bear. Maybe that is connected. Blame the merchants, not the gods. It's probably just delayed. Do I want to know what your main ingredient is?
Oh, just a bit of luminous Adra. Rather valuable, but nothing against the law. You may have noticed, or perhaps not, since no doubt you've been busy, that wildlife here has gone a bit wrong.
Yes.
No one knows how best to describe it, but we can all see it. Something is distorting the life around here, and I hoped to stop it.
Luminous Adra. Interesting. I think I will take more than a few herbs. Here.
As you no doubt know, luminous Adra is a more powerful form of the Adra we see out there from time to time. Very, very rare. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath.
You've gone through a lot of trouble to get this stuff. Maybe there's something I can do to help?
At this point, I'll take any help I can get. My friends must have lied, or they got the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it.
That Adra was most likely stolen from the Valian Trading Company. If that's true, your friends are as good as dead.
No. I certainly didn't want anyone to steal anything. I definitely never meant to get anyone in trouble. If anything I did led to those people getting hurt, I'd have a hard time getting past it.
Tracking down unscrupulous smugglers is our specialty.
I'd be very grateful. I know it looks like I'm crying, but it's from the acrid fumes I inhaled earlier. Any luminous adder will do, he said, as if the stuff were falling from the sky.
Okay, will do. Now there's more vendors here. Let's talk to these vendors and see. Oh, hello there.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or maybe more essence. Please buy something. I'm trying to prove a point.
And that point is...
My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead?
A dagger is all and well and good until the enemy summons a fireball.
See? You understand? It's not cheating. It's being prepared.
Does any of these goods have any risk I should be aware of?
Of course not. I wouldn't sell you something I thought would kill you. That's not good for business.
I have to ask, you never know when you'll summon something unsavory.
I did that once. I had to hire a watcher to get the phantom out. I suppose I shouldn't brag about that to a potential customer.
Probably not. I'd probably keep that to yourself. Yeah. Okay, so these are kind of the bougie as it were vendors. Okay. I'm not a spellcaster, but it's good to see she sells all that. Minus 15 elemental damage, increased health restoration. Interesting. Just some basic wizard robes, some essence potions, and a lot of crafting ingredients, which is really good to know. She wanted me to buy something, so what's the cheapest thing she has? Probably the potions, right? Oh, that's actually these boots. That's sad, dude. Yeah, we'll buy these. And I'll sell you that. Oh, no dialogue? I bought that only because you said to buy something, please. Well then. Okay, that guy looks suspicious. Hello, blacksmith.
You there. You look like you know your way around. Hello. I heard what happened. I see why you'd want to protect yourself.
There's a merchant at the dock who sells weapons and armor just like yours.
Probably because I made them. Or most of them, anyway.
You aren't worried that he might be undercutting you?
I've already been paid for them. If Walter happens to stumble onto them later, what can I do?
Do you have any specialty pieces?
You mean enchanted? No. A shield does its job just fine. It doesn't need to be tinkered with. Talk to my sister if you're interested in that kind of thing. She's over there. At least I don't think she's blown herself up yet.
I've met her. She's very enthusiastic.
I don't know where she gets it. I'd swear she was adopted if we didn't look alike. 3 generations of hammering, and then she comes along. Guess souls are strange like that.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Okay. Expensive, by the way, just insanely expensive. Okay, hold on. We might be able to afford some of this. Okay. Do you want anything I have? Okay, you do. Did I sell all my stuff? I think I did. Sell you that. That's cool, right? Shoot, man. I don't got anything to sell. I mean, I could sell this. Part of me wants to buy the fine Aquibus. The Aquibus. It only sells for 36. I need to sell like 100 items at 36 to afford it. So I don't think we're buying anything. We're poor. There's a new quest here. These are probably the bounties.
Are you looking for work by chance? A pleasure, envoy. I'm Aldrich, the bounty master of Paradise. If it suits your fancy, check the board for work. The dangerous kind. Some more than others. Speak to me when you've got something to turn in.
How did you become the bounty master of Paradis?
Hey, someone had to take the job. Ensuring that these threats to the good people of Paradis are eliminated is my way of helping. I guess I consider it my first steps down a long road to atonement.
I'm sorry, did you say atonement? What exactly happened?
Apologies, friend. But that's none of your concern. I left there for a reason. And now I'm here. And that's all you need to know.
Okay.
Be safe out there. You hear?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see these bounties. Nasib the Spider. A reward will be given for killing the ivory spinner Nasib. She is the cause of a spider infestation beneath Paradis, and killing her will cull their numbers. She is known to be in our nest beneath the caves of the city. To claim your reward, return proof. Octave the Firebrand will be rewarded for killing him. He's a wanted arsonist and runs a bandit gang responsible for numbers, killings, and robbings. He is known to be at the godless ruins of the overgrown frontier. Oh shoot,
That's a dwarf with a chip on his shoulder. Heard he burnt the last ones that went after him alive.
Fantastic. I'm glad I'm going after him. Rolga. A reward will be killed for killing the ogre Rolga. She took over leadership of a Zurip tribe and is wanted for the recent killings of the town citizens. He is known to be at the Mercenary Falls located north of Paradis in the Reach.
Going to take on the ogre then? I reckon he's the most dangerous bounty we've got. Be careful.
Tempestuous Luandi. She's a known smuggler and ringleader wanted for numerous crimes in Paradis. She is known to be at the ship's graveyard in Andra's Reach.
Tempestuous Luandi caught your eye, huh? Watch yourself. Her aim is as sharp as her wit.
The Yellow Bands. They're responsible for numerous raids on another northern farm and for ambushing travelers to the Emerald Stair. They're also known to make camp amidst the Pengruin ruins.
There ain't many ways into that camp from what I've heard. You might want to consider trying to find one. A frontal assault would be mighty reckless.
Okay. That's all the bounties we picked up. Giving us probably plenty of things to do. Are they marked on the map? They are. Nice. Yeah, we totally ran into. Nice. Okay. Let's go see about talking to this dwarf.
Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him now, can I? You, what are you doing? This is a crime scene. That's evidence.
That's the Imperial envoy. Stay out of his way.
Oh, right. My mistake.
I love having diplomatic immunity. I feel like a villain. I can just do whatever I want and they go, he's the Emperor's envoy. You can't really stop him. Hello. Oh, can't talk to you. You look really similar to the guard on the outside. Oh, hello there, Scholar Gunith.
Well, I can't say I've met one like you before, but I'm sure you hear that all the time.
All the time, especially since I arrived here.
Oh, all the attention must truly bother you. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Have any dwarven smugglers come by recently? They might have seemed a bit concerned.
Oh, heavens no. I would never treat with such folk. But I know who would. Look for Remio up in the Pearl District, and who knows where Adelgund wandered off to now.
Okay. Speak to the locals about where to find the luminous Audra. Are you okay, lady? I realized that wasn't even what the quest I was looking for. Okay, we gotta go over here. We're gonna go into the tavern to find this dwarf. Okay, you gonna cause a problem?
Don't go starting trouble.
Okay, you're the bouncer. Makes sense.
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunter and guide. Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of my cool. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
Interesting. Let's see how this plays out.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adira Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Drago Sakasat Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second to crush your throat.
You know, Marius, do you think we should step in?
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if if you're bored, we could always start something anyway.
Kai, don't be mischievous right now, man. I'm trying to stop something from happening. Okay, we'll let him do it.
I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of widow's kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
I think I like this guy.
Wait until you get to know him.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods. You.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
He's definitely not poisoned. The guy's like 100% this guy did not actually poison him. And this guy's just overreacting. They have names, so they will be back, Kai. Hello, Marius.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person.
I need to find some assassins, and Kai tells me you're the one best for the job.
I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left that we can use to track them.
I already know the killer is from Paradis.
Then they wouldn't need much of a reason to go after an Adiran official. Plenty of stale water there. Still, it's dangerous to make assumptions based on stereotypes. We need more of a trail to go on. We'll figure this out, Amakul. Don't you worry.
Okay, new companion. Known as the best hunter and wilderness guide in the living lands, Marius lived all over them, but there's no place he truly calls home. Marius uses ancient Pangruin stealth and survival techniques to gain advantage over his foes, tripping them and gripping vines or disappearing from sight to ambush them with silent attacks. His senses are tuned to detect threats and objects scattered across the living lands. Okay. Well, now we got two people.
One moment.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I'm just... I saw destructible walls, so I had to find out what was in here. Okay, just a bunch of crafting ingredients. I didn't actually talk to you, Flynn. How you doing?
See, Marius? Told you I wasn't ready to hang it up yet.
I had it under control, Amakul. But thanks.
Ah, it's the principle of the thing. Now, what'll it be?
I'm interested in what you know.
If you want information, I've got it. Just a matter of what you'll pay for it.
5 CP. All right.
Some Svef user told me he had a vision out by the eastern ruins. Not sure what that's worth to you. It's getting more expensive to bring produce in from Fjord. Whatever's going on, that doesn't bode well. The locals are worried about the steel garrote coming into town. Whatever Wodica wants, she's bound to find it.
What else?
There's a rumor about a valuable Pargroon stash north of here. You didn't hear that from me, though.
What else?
I hear there's trouble out in Thirdborn. They're blocking the roads off, and they won't tell anybody why.
Sounds good. Now, what are you selling? Some good pistols. Okay, you got one lockpick. Yeah, sure, we'll buy that. Don't think I'll buy those because I think I have plenty of consumables already. Yeah. We'll hold on to these. Anybody in here worth talking to? Patron.
Mind your own business.
It looks like you were supposed to be talking, but neither one of y'all are talking.
Evening.
I'm gonna assume you're broke. What about these thieves?
So eavesdrop on someone else.
Whatever happened to Colburn, leave us out of it.
Who's Colb? Either way, let's go look up here. Ooh, hold on. Let's spoil the food. Don't want that.
You saved my life. He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Think nothing of it. Any law-abiding citizen would have done the same.
That's good. What's down there? I don't... Okay, I guess maybe there's a body down there? I don't know. I don't see it. Where are we going? We're going back to the scene of the crime, but... We got some quests over here to take care of. Let's go over here. Yeah, man, dude. So much in the city. So much in the city to do. If we find a camp inside town, I'm proud. Man, I really don't want to. We need to see. Okay, we need to see if I upgrade weapon 3 times, if they'll rank up to like the blue version.
Struggle. Looks like misadventure to me.
I don't know. Work like that? It's hard to give yourself.
I assume you intend to pursue this line of inquiry.
It's Paradise. If someone killed him, they'll get what's coming to them.
Oh, that's pretty ominous. Not gonna lie. Okay, we actually got a teleporter. How much time we got? We got 9 minutes, guys. We got 9 minutes. Let's go back to camp. And I'll start the quest next episode. For now, we're just gonna go to camp. We'll talk to our companions. That sound good? We'll go ahead and we'll knock this out at the end of the episode. We'll just have a good old little yap session. I'll upgrade some weapons. I forgot we got Marius, so he's got stuff. Marius attacks deal accumulating bleed damage. Yeah, okay. We can make him disappear and slash them with daggers. He takes aim and fires a shot, always hitting his mark, passing through any obstacles, or deals stun to root. Drops multiple enemies in a small area. It's either I want to stack stun. We'll do this because he'll give me more crowd control, which I think will be pretty useful. What is the journal? Okay, the journal just has my quest. Yeah. Okay. So I think for sure I'm going to upgrade this awkward boost. Oh wow, we need a ton of branches, dude. Oh god, that's actually kind of cracked. Okay. I can't up that one because we need branches, and I think can't do that one because we need iron chunks. Can I upgrade these? I can. I don't know whether I want to use the. I think we're gonna use. Well, actually, okay. They do. How much faster? Can I see how fast? No. Hold on. Let's do a little test here. So I've got this good shield. We need to kind of figure out what I'm gonna do. Oh, we can use a spear with this. Maybe we do spear. Or I don't know. I've not really decided on what I want to be using. It's like, hold on.
You might
1,
want to
2.
consider not washing your clothes.
Okay, so 2.
Clothes and safflower
1.
oil.
Okay.
I hate to break it to you, but regular laundry is common courtesy when you're traveling with me.
The hammer is just like better, I think. To upgrade the hammer, let's try this. Yeah, we're just running out of resources. We're using best breastplate. We need more of the Pardisian ladder.
Nice work. That'll help against whatever we face out there.
Yep.
Right. As we were saying.
Oh, nice.
No, it's fine. If you feel the need to wash your clothes, go right ahead. Just use something else.
Sweat and midday breezes don't count as washing, you know.
Right, so I smell like the wilderness. You people stand out like a tree rat in heat. You've been complaining about the flies, though. They're attracted to the scent of sap flowers.
Thanks, Marius. That's helpful.
Well, don't get used to it.
Okay, a little heated. What up, Kai?
Listen, this is something I never thought I'd have to ask, but can we talk about you coming back from the dead? Yeah. I mean, you were there. What did you see? I saw you take an arrow to the gut and collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Your skin went cold and you stopped moving. It happened fast.
Yes.
By the time I got you to Liviana's, I don't think you had a pulse. You certainly weren't breathing.
I was poisoned?
You must have spent 20 minutes as a corpse on one of her cots before you just came back. What did you see while you were gone?
Okay, good. That's a nice little recap. Okay, from the beginning, I left my body. My soul was poured towards some Adra.
Watchers say souls can linger between this world and the beyond for a time. I've seen Runid talk to them a few times, almost in a trance. What happened next?
My soul traveled to the beyond, a part of it, anyways.
The beyond. That's the realm of the gods, of souls.
Well, I was dead. It was beautiful, full of otherworldly light and sound, a place of pure essence.
Well, that sounds kind of nice.
Yep.
What did you see there?
I finally encountered someone in the beyond.
Wait, someone? Who was it, or what was it?
I think it's my god, but that's not a choice here. It's the same voice I heard in the Audra in the Strangleroot.
Well, that's good. Imagine how much worse this would be if you had two cryptic entities clamoring for your attention.
You know, Kai?
So someone is reaching out to you from the beyond.
Yes.
They saved you from death, and
yes.
Now they want you to free them from wherever they are. Do you trust them?
So here's the deal. I think so. They don't seem malicious. They just seem kind of confused. I don't know. I need to understand them more about them first. If they're imprisoned in the beyond, I have to know why. Do I trust a mysterious force that can speak in my mind and redirect my soul? Not at all. You know, I think so. Okay, here's the. They don't seem malicious. They just seem confused as I feel, but they also, I owe them favors, so it doesn't really matter if I trust them or not. I kind of owe them.
I guess that's some comfort. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience I've ever heard of, and you haven't even left on shore. That's quite a feat.
Thanks.
At least you have a sense of humor about it. So, this whole time you were in the beyond, and then you were just sent back.
There's something you want to ask. Just ask.
Do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead?
I don't really understand what happened to me, but I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. Still, thanks for humoring me. You must be tired. I know I am. Hopefully that Watcher Runid will have some answers for us. For now, let's get some rest.
How long have the rebels been active in Paradis?
Rebellion's more like our natural state of being in the living lands.
Okay.
People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, many come here specifically for that reason.
And they've been wary of the Ambassador Hallguard, bringing Adirian laws and Adirian blades. Total freedom sounds nice until you have to defend yourself from someone else better armed. I can sympathize. I'm eager to get on that. Let's see. It's either 1 or 3. I can sympathize. I've been eager to get out from under the rules of restriction life at home. Be wary of bringing... This one I think is just the safest one. We're gonna go that one.
And the Steel Garrote.
Yes, that's a big problem.
Ludwig and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation, but I don't think they're making your cause any friends.
What is she doing? I'm sure she has good reason. It sounds like her efforts risk turning people against us.
I think you're right. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's rocks, as the saying goes.
Got a question about you.
Good thing you're asking the expert.
Okay. Got 2 new... got 3 questions. You're originally from Wawatai, right?
What gave it away? My finely pointed teeth, or the striking blue of my scales?
Why... Okay, I think we already kind of knew this. I'd say it's your exquisite skull ridge.
I usually hear that from someone who's enjoyed the height or position to fully appreciate it, but I'll never turn down a compliment.
I'll let you know if I think of one.
Don't be jealous that you only know me by my rugged jawline. As rare as we are in many parts of the world, it's nice to be appreciated as something other than a magnificent bruiser.
Why'd you leave?
The real question is why not? Rauatai's hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere or making a living on the go. That's where you get the popular image of the Amawa bodyguard or mercenary.
Yeah, makes sense. I thought that was because your species is so physically imposing.
That certainly doesn't hurt. Nor does the fact that many of us are excellent singers.
Oh, I know.
If you ever find yourself in Tekoa, visit the Lore College to hear the chanters. In Deadfire, the Wana Water Shapers can sing the waves into incredible sculptures and devastating salvos.
I've been to Rauatai. I remember near constant storms.
Then you must have come during our sunny season. Lashed by storms, battered by waves. We call it the rough country. And old trenchers say it's made us who we are.
Adversity builds strength and character.
You'd fit right in with the Ranganui's inner circle. It's true that the same things that make Rauatai a difficult place to live have shaped our people and our kingdom.
Oh.
Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rauatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and cannons. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most powerful navies in Aora.
That seems kind of pointed, dude. It's an envy of other empires, definitely.
It's been hard won across a variety of conquests, cooperatives, and trading colonies. Some of the traditionalists worry that prosperity is making us as complacent and soft-handed as our rivals. Same as traditionalists everywhere. Me, I prefer the simplicity of the living lands. Kill the thing that's trying to kill you, and hope it has some edible meat on it.
I'd like to get your thoughts on the dwarf beside me.
You're asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know about?
How long have you known Marius?
Long enough that he's got a good roster of stories about my blunders in the wilds, which he'll remind us of constantly. He's got a soft heart under that gruff exterior and feels things more deeply than he lets on. So, if he burns the stew one evening, maybe don't mention it.
So you two are friends. He sure likes to give you a hard time.
That's just how he shows affection. He's deeply loyal to people once he gets to know them, and he likes companionship more than he lets on. He just has a funny way of showing it. I think he left Galawain's tusks suddenly, and under unfortunate circumstances. He's never spoken directly about it, but that's what I've put together, and it explains a lot. Losing home, losing the people who gave you a sense of yourself, it leaves a mark. But don't tell him I told you that. Seriously.
He's sensible and straightforward. I like being around someone who says what they think.
Yeah, given everything that comes with being an envoy, I bet that's especially refreshing for you.
Ain't that the truth?
And don't worry if he starts badgering you. It's his way of showing he cares.
Why don't you think about me?
Okay, but only if you let me turn that question around once I've answered you.
That is fair.
I think you've been trusted with a nearly impossible task.
Fair?
When we first met, I thought that was because you made some powerful enemies back home. But as I've gotten to know you, I think that if anyone can stop the Dream Scourge, it's you.
That's high praise.
At the end of the day, I'm proud to fight alongside you.
Good man.
And there you have it. Your turn now.
Okay. That's not the one we're choosing. Trustworthy, reliable, no matter what we get into, I know I can count on you. I appreciate your level head and even temper as much time as we spend all together. That's important. Be open-minded and reasonable. You don't let ideologies drive you. I think this is more standard, straightforward. I like this one. I like the one that's where like, hey, you don't.
I've been accused of only letting my stomach drive me, but thanks. That one means a lot.
Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Now let's talk about Dawnshore.
Sure. What's on your mind?
Okay, that's all.
Enjoy the ocean breeze while we're here.
Marius.
No offense, but you leave a pretty wide trail, Envoy.
My assassin would probably agree with you.
You can ask them when we hunt them down. An Adiran official who's new in town turns a lot of heads, especially when they're traveling with a Nim dude like Kai.
Trust me, I'm used to people watching me.
Do those people usually have poisoned arrows aimed at you?
Sometimes.
Forget it. Rhetorical question. I'm here to find your assassins. Maybe help you avoid being killed again in the future.
That'd be pretty
My
nice.
guess is you'll need a guide once you leave Paradise, too. They say I'm the best there is.
You're welcome to join us.
Merci, Envoy. I'll make myself at home. Anyway, enough chat. I'm sure you have things to do.
Oh, okay, well. That was short. He made me ask 2 questions and he went, okay, that's all. Well, let's see what these outfits are. Okay, okay. So we can go all dark or we can make him a Viking dude. Oh, what is this? Okay. We're gonna keep the default outfits, but that is funny. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm not gonna use that. Not gonna use that. Not gonna use that. Definitely ain't gonna use that. Put all these up. All these have very good bonuses that depend on what I want, you know? We'll put the robes up because I don't use them. Okay. Let's determine what we're going to use so I can get more inventory space. I'm never going to use the daggers, okay? It's just not a dagger playthrough, okay? I got a gun, not going to use the bow. I upgraded the hammer twice, but I have the sword. Okay. Put the pistol up. Ain't going to be using the pistol. We'll save the magic for a magic run, so... I think it's good to carry both these, because actually, this one does so much more damage now. The sword's just not even worth carrying. Okay. And then do I want the mace, the spear, or the sword? Okay, the sword I think is going down. So it's either the mace, or the mace does more damage and more stun. Costs only like 5 more stamina. We'll keep that. We'll play around. We'll see which one we like. Okay. With that being said, we got everything knocked out.
Scrape on your arm. You don't want it to get infected.
It barely even counts as a scrape.
That's the worst kind of flesh wounds. Lots of open skin contact. Snap flies like the peeled skin. Fog mites love the blood.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
I have some tanglewood in my pack. That should clear it right up.
Okay. If you insist.
You can thank me later. That's what I'm here for.
Ah, good friends. Okay, it is bedtime, everybody. Exit here. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that little conversation at the end. Oh.
The wood echoes, strangled suffering. We knew this creature.
Please tell me I haven't died again. You can speak to me in my dreams now too, huh?
The Adra hums beneath the moon. The bear, the rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you?
The bear I put down? It was a monster.
Death to life. Does life not glisten like a stream? What gleams cannot be a monster? We wish you had not killed it.
I think, okay, fan theory. The beginning side quest was a soul that had been split apart and in 2 different things. Maybe we have a 2-sided god where one is like the plague version and one is like the nature version, and together they kind of make nature, because you know part of nature is death and stuff, and then there's also life, you know. So maybe they're like 2 sides of a coin. That bear was sick. There was nothing I could do.
Cull the sickness, clear the rot. Kill one to save the other. Still. Violets and the stars. We wish for both.
sadly, it doesn't work that way.
Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it?
Sometimes, if we love becomes a monster, sometimes the only mercy you can offer is death.
Mercy like a knife. It hunts all of us. God, mortal, beauty. Sleep now. We ponder.
I feel like I'm giving shape to whatever I'm, like this god I'm like shaping, maybe, with like what I'm saying. Okay. Well, guys, little bit of a long episode, just tiny bit overboard, but game is good. 5 episodes deep. I'm feeling pretty good, to be honest. Ooh, I do regret sitting down. I feel like that definitely was a hindrance. Definitely hurt my tailbone sitting down for so long. Ugh. I think I might have one more left in me. I might crack out one more episode, maybe. Get slapped up on a good old YouTube. And then tomorrow, God, I'm probably gonna be cranking all day. You're gonna be seeing tons of this on the channel. So if you've enjoyed this playthrough, know that I will probably go to bed and I will wake up. I'll probably start making videos in about 14 hours is when I start. So like, you'll probably see the first video at like 12 o'clock or something like that, maybe in that general area. But thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.